All right, Jack, why don't you go ahead?
Right, yeah, I'll start things off here. A big game coming up against Indiana tomorrow, in a bigger venue. Indiana's been one of those teams that have kind of been selling out games, when it's come to going on the road. At the same time, the Aces, you guys have been playing in front of, at least 10,000 people, sold out a lot of games this year. Coming into playing in a game with a team with, kind of kind of bigger presence and, bigger arena. Is there any sort of environmental change or any sort of adjustments making coming into this game?
No, not really. We've been playing in front of a really great crowd for the past couple of years. So we're just, embracing it to playing for the more people. I think it's a blessing. So we're just gonna take it for what it is and just try to give the fans a show and bring our hardest to the game. And it's gonna be a pretty tough fight, but we're looking forward to it. And we love playing in front of big crowds. So it's kind of, I don't want to say another game because we're playing at T-Mobile, but if we just focus on us, it should be pretty solid.
Matthew, go ahead.
Hey, Kiah, I hope you're doing well today. I wanted to ask a little bit about Tiffany because she's someone you played 1 year with her at UConn, if I'm correct, and someone you obviously had a previous built relationship. What's it been like to be her teammate this year, obviously, over the last 10 games or so? And what has she brought to this group, and how nice is it to have a UConn teammate on your own team now?
I think it's great. I think we need some more UConn love over here. But it's been great. She's obviously a great leader, very talented player. To be able to play with her again is great. We played 1 year together in college, and then it's just been competitors, both in the W and overseas. So to kind of come back together and be on the same team, I'm happy about it. Hopefully she would say the same thing, but definitely a blessing. And, she brings a lot to this team and definitely been a spark off the bench for us.
Roy?
Hey, Kiah, I wanted to follow up on something we were talking about on Saturday. I know you were talking about Stephanie being a tough matchup, as a pulling you out to the perimeter, and you were mentioning your speed also in transition. I was just thinking about you have some tough post players who can step back, who you'll be facing the next few days here. Aaliyah for the Fever, Stephanie again for the Mystics, Dee for the Sparks. How are you preparing for some of these potentially tough defensive assignments here this week?
I'm gonna just do what the scout says, but y'all don't get to know that. But other than that, just stay focused, stay locked in. It's different when you play against shooters versus non-shooting bigs. But that's really just personal thing, and just it's effort based. And as long as we do the scout and follow through, we should be okay. But again, it's just each game is different, and you just got to follow the scout.
And just a quick follow-up to that, what are some of the biggest differences you see in covering like a shooting big versus a non-shooting big?
If they're shooting big, I have to guard them on the perimeter, so I can't just be in help side. I guess that's probably the biggest one.
Perfect. Thanks.
Okay, final question, Rafiq.
Yeah, Chelsea Gray has brought a different dynamic to the team ever since she came back. As the team won like 4 in a row. Like, what do you think she's doing to help the transition offense for the Las Vegas Aces throughout this entire winning streak?
It's no secret Chelsea is definitely a big part of this team. Her vision is one thing, her passing is another, but it's just her leadership on the court. When you have Chelsea back in the lineup, you let KP and Jackie play their natural position, and I think it just lets them be more comfortable. And honestly, the post players too. So we definitely missed that in the beginning of the season. But she as great as she is, we also need to make sure that we focus on our defense, and I think that's kind of been our mindset since she's been back, and that's, I think, allowed us to win games along with her leadership and her on-court experience.